Hello, good people. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to make this shoe. And put this in here so you can see the whole shoe. We're going to make this shoe. This is the back of it. And what we're going to need, we're going to do the sole. Even though I got a video out showing you how to do the sole, I have a little revision to it, and I don't know how to delete that video off of YouTube, and they sure don't let me. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do the sole with you. What you're going to need is your sole, of course. Take all the top off of the flip-flop. I always cover my hole with something. So that's my business, part of my business name. The other shoe has the other part. You need an awl. You need your thread. I use shoe thread. Sometimes I use yarn. It all depends on what I'm making and what I have on hand. So what you want to do, I like to start in the back and place my hole in the middle to the bottom. Top to the bottom. Don't worry about it going all the way through. The hook will push it through. Don't do it to the side, because eventually that comes apart. The top to the bottom. Do you want to make your holes evenly placed around? So I like to count how many I do. I always do it from here to here first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm going to go around to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so that's 16 on each side. Now I like to go to the front. Where I start in the front is from this hole. And I take it down to here. And that's where I start. So we're going to have that. Now, of course, since this is not the middle, this side is going to have less than this side. So let's count and see how much less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now let's go to this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this line gives me the accuracy, the design on here, which is great for this one, but it ain't like that on all flip-flops. So this has, what did I say, 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. That has 11. Now you want to go up the side here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now on the other side. Go away. What do you want? Alrighty, see ya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for that one. Oh, and that was my son, not my man. I'm not a cougar. So, I don't know if you can see these holes or not, but that's the holes. Okay, safety first. Put your cover back on your awl. Now, I use a 1.90 hook. You want to stick your hook from top to bottom. See? Top to bottom. And you want your yarn, thread, whatever you use, come from the bottom. So you hook the thread around, around the shoe, and you pull it through. And you leave that piece. Now you're going to weave that in as you go, so don't worry about tying it on. Now you want to go through the next hole. This is usually not this hard, but I guess I didn't stick it through. But this is the quality flip-flop, not the Walmart brand site. I love the Walmarts too. And wrap it around, pull it through, make sure you weave your little thread through. So now you have these two. And you want to take this and pull it through here. It's nothing but a slip stitch. You can call it top stitching, slip stitching. I'm going to say it's top stitching because we're top stitching on a shoe. But when you're crocheting an item, it's called slip stitching. So you want to go through the next one. Push it through. Push your tail back. Wrap the yarn around. Pull it through. Two on there. Pull it through. Do one more with you. And then I'm going to do mine all the way around. I'll let you do yours. Next stitch. Push hook through. Put tail in front this time. Pull through. And there we go. So, okay. You want to do that all the way around. And I'll see you in a minute when I'm done. You go ahead and do yours. I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to work it because my camera doesn't have a pause. Come on, take the tail while it's weaving. Can't just weave itself. when you learn how to get this sole thing down pat, you might not want to weave, all the way around. You might just want to make holes exactly where you're placing the top. If your top doesn't go all the way around the shoe. But I like to do it because I think it looks more decorative. Like shoes you buy at the store, you always see the stitching inside the sandal. So I like to do it that way because I think it looks better too. This is I got this flip-flop from Target. Theirs are more dense than most. So pushing the hook through is not as easy as most. But that's why I like their flip-flops. Because they last longer. But we're going to put tread on the bottom, so that's going to make them last longer too. But tops don't have a tread, so being that theirs is more dense, excuse me, the top part won't go in. Why do I have this on here? I'm not advertising for Hershey. They're not paying me. Now this thread here, I got online, but I'll never buy it again. It's a good thread, don't get me wrong. But where I ordered it from took 5 weeks to come, so we know where that came from. Wasn't from the United States. So, it's a good quality thread though, and it's for actually shoes. But, I thought it was a different type of thread. I can get this type of thread at Walmart or any craft store, so I won't need to. But I have to be real. This, you get a lot on here, and it didn't cost me a lot. But I ordered something else with it, and I never got that. So I'm mad about that. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm not going to fight for it because it's not even in the United States. So, I got my money on that one. Never again. Oops. You have all these little things you gotta clean up when you get done. From the sole, poking out holes, almost like donut holes. Why is my throat so dry? Let me drink something here. Hopefully that helps. Should have been water, but didn't have none by me. I'm not getting up to go get none. Almost there. Oh, excuse me. That felt good, but it was rude. Okay, to the last one. Now when you get to the last one, what you want to do is take your hook out of there, and you're going to go on the bottom side of this one. So you want to put your hook in that one and put it in. Take this loop and put it on there. And you want to pull that through like that. Then you want to fasten off, which is pull through once. I like to do it twice, sometimes three, it all depends. And two is good enough because this is going to have glue and crap on it. So we're done with that. Cool. Let's move you out my way. Clean up my little hole pieces. So, I don't know if you can see it because it's white on white, but that's what it looks like. You want to cut this down some too. I don't know why I cut it that long. There. Okay, so now what we need to do now is you're going to have to you're not going to walk around with thread like that because then, it'll tear up and your shoe will come apart. So, I bought this thread. I bought it from Lowe's. It comes in it's on a big roll, and they cut it for you by the yard, by the foot, or whatever. But here it's only like $2.55 foot. I think it's a foot. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I bought some. I bought a lot at one time. And I'm running out. This is all I got left. So I have to buy more. But that's what you want to buy. So, while you need a piece of paper, a sheet of paper. Take your sheet of paper. Take your sole. Trace around your sole. Like that. And cut it out. Okay, I'm not going to cut that whole thing out because I already have one cut out. Let's find it. Oh, here it comes. Here's mine's already cut out. I even marked it. I put woman, size 9-10. I put Target for where I got the flip-flop from because all flip-flops are not the same size. Some are wider in the heel, some, So, wherever you bought it from, make sure you mark your piece if you're going to use this again instead of keep making new ones. So, you want to take your thread, turn it on the smooth side, not the rigid side. Lay your piece there, get a pen, don't want that short one, I want a long one. I guess that is long. And you want to pin it down. Now you can pin it on this end and this end to keep it stable for when you cut, so I'll just show you. And yes, these pins do go through this thread. And they're just regular pins you use for sewing. So you want to, ouch, pin that down. Then you're going to cut around it. You can use your scissors. It does cut through the thread. Well, mine is already cut, so I'm not going to cut anymore. And I can take this off. This away. Stuck myself with that pin too. So be careful you don't stick yourself. So here's my piece. This is the bottom, the thread. This is the top. This is the top part where you're going to glue. So here's my glue. I use this and this, because sometimes I put too much on here and it doesn't, or too little and it doesn't adhere as it should, because nobody's perfect. So it's cool. You want to stir your can of glue. Can't talk to you right now, dude. It's my other son. And you want to take your brush, move out the way, and you want to put a thin layer of glue on here. Okay, I'll put that to the side. And you want to put it on the bottom of the flip-flop sole, because the glue actually adheres to each other. It adheres to the shoe first when you put it on, then it adheres to each other. But any glue you use, make sure you read the directions. Don't just go by what I'm saying. I should have had you up higher. Hopefully y'all was seeing what the heck I was doing. I am new to this videotaping thing, and I'm learning. I know my lighting ain't that good, but I think it's good enough for you all to see it. I got 2 lamps, plus I'm sitting by a window, and still I've noticed that I don't have enough lighting. So when I get the money, I'm going to buy me lighting, put a strip across the window, because I don't have curtains. I like my fresh sunshine, and don't have an awning, so don't too much sun come in. because I get headaches, migraines from the sun. Okay, so you want to put that aside. Now, I like mine to dry for at least an hour. That's me. It says to let it dry for 20 minutes, but sometimes it all depends on how much you put on there, how long it's going to dry. It's supposed to be tacky, not real tacky, like light tacky to the touch, to let you know I'm done, I'm ready. So you want to let that dry, and by the miracle of being prepared ahead of time, voila! So get off my shirt. So this is tacky. This is less tacky. It's tacky. This is the way I think I really like it. Hey son, I'm making a video. I gotta call you right back.
Oh, okay.
Alright, bye-bye. And what I like to do, I like to use the Loctite because I like myself extra secure. I don't want my customers coming to me or myself walking around with my sole coming off. So what I do is I take the Loctite super glue and I just put drops all around the edge, and then some in the middle. You'd be so amazed how many shoes I've gotten out of this thing, and still got plenty left to go. So you want to put it on the sole. You don't want to put it on here because you got to turn this upside down. Now you want to make sure you get this where you want it, because once it's on there, it's hard. You're going to end up pulling the glue off if you pull it back off. So take your side, do that side. Now once you do that side, you know you got that side. So then you want to turn it over. Well, I did cut this big. And you want to, whoops. Guess I shouldn't have been doing that. Wait a minute, get up there. Okay, this don't want to act right up there. I'll get something else in a minute. But you can see this part anyway. You want to put pressure on it for about 5 seconds. I like to twist it back and forth. And that's on there. Look at all that extra I got there. Not a problem. Let me sit you on top of something. Here we go. Hopefully that's good enough. You just want to take your scissors and trim that excess shoe off. Rather have excess than not enough. Cool. Throw that away. Okay, stick it in my hand. Throw that away. And there you have it. Your beautiful sole. There is no sanding necessary. If you see this little piece over here sticking out, just cut it off like that. So, no sanding necessary. You got you a nice sole. You want to make okay, I gotta stop doing that. Okay, you got you a nice sole anyway. And you want to let this cure for at least 24 hours. Okay, so that one's done. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to do this piece here. Now, what you're going to need is, I get this, the Robert Stanley collection. I love this. It comes in all different kinds. It's the gold. And my camera's sitting on the metallic, so let me turn your camera around and let you see that. Comes in that. Ain't that beautiful? I made some sandals in that too. Let me see if I can show them to you. Here's the sandals I made with that pretty metal look. Okay, but let's get to what we're doing. Now what you want to do is measure your foot. You want to measure your foot from here to here. Now it's going to have two different lengths. First at the beginning of your foot, and then further back. Because your foot is wider further back. Even though they make this shoe like this, your foot is still wider further back. So you want to take two measurements, write them down so you know what. And I already know my measurements. I wear a size 9 shoe, but that doesn't mean just because we all wear the same 9 that our foot is the same width. So we're going to go by how many beads we need by my size. I'm going to tell you what my size of my foot is up front. The front is 5.1. The back end is 5.7. 5.6. I mean 5.7 to 6 feet. 6 inches to 6 feet. It's a big foot. So you're going to take this. You're going to measure. Mine is 5.1 inches. But we're going to measure to the larger part, which is, no, I'm sorry, we're measuring to the smaller part, 5.1. Now, my 5.1 lands right in the middle. That thing. I don't want that, so I'm just going to take it to the next full part. And I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it. Psych. My kids think I'm crazy because they don't think I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm down. I'm all that. So mine is actually on the 5.2 because the 5.1 is in the middle. So we measured that. And this is the pieces you're going to need. You're going to need 2 pieces for both, one for each shoe. And now you're going to need different size beads. I do not know what size beads these are because they came like this. And I just picked beads out that I wanted to use. So You can use any size beads you want, but don't use too big of a bead because they're uncomfortable on your feet. But these smaller beads, they're perfect. So you need, for my size shoe, for my foot, I just dropped one. I need 53 to 54 beads. I couldn't remember exactly which one, so I put 54 in, and I just lost one. So that's what I need. This one I can put to the side because I'm not ready for that yet. And you need 26 of these bigger beads to go with it. Yeah, you'd think I'd have a tray. But I don't. Stay. Okay. Then you need, now this size bead, this is a size 6 bead. Now they didn't come in these I love these packages because I can pick my beads up and just stick them in here instead of trying to stick them back in the container they came in, or in those bins that I bought, and then they end up getting all mixed up anyway, like I'm getting ready to show you what happened with my other ones. Like these ones, see all the little colors in there? We don't need those. We just need the clear ones. Now I got these ones right here off of a website called Mountain Gems. I've been using them for years. I love their beads. They're all quality beads. I tried to find these same beads in the store. Now these have a mirrored metallic, whatever you want to call it, inside. And I tried to find the same beads in the store, but they weren't as shiny. I like mine shiny. I'm like a little kid. I like shiny things. I'm quite sure most of us adults do. That's why we buy diamonds. But you're going to need plenty of those. Oh, they're a size 8. Matter of fact, let me... Don't fall. Everything don't fall. Not now. They're a size 8 bead. They come in this little box, and it's a whole bunch of them, and they don't cost that much. So they come in this little box here. Now, here is, this is a size 12 bead. See how tiny they are? I don't know how, I know I'm going to need more than this, but I just put these because I was using them, and I put them in the bag when I was done. So that's what those is. You need those. You need the black beads. Wait a minute. Black beads? Yeah, the black beads, but these are for the back. We're doing the front right now, so we're not going to pour the black out. We're going to leave the black right there because we're not using that yet. And one of the black escaped. Got to my legs. Ha! Okay, I'm not going to go there. Okay, now you need your monofilament. Now I like to use, no, not that one. It's too thin. I like to use this. I get this from Dick's. Okay, Dick's Sporting Goods store. And there's 330 yards of this. You know how long it'll take to use this up for what we're doing? This is their fishing line. It's nothing but monofilament, same stuff you get at the stores. I like to use this, and this one is 0.011/0.28 millimeters in diameter. So this is a perfect diameter for this. But I'm not going to use this right now because for speed's sake, I'm going to use a thicker one because it's easier for me to pick the beads up with. So let's put that to the side. But that's what you would like to use because that when you got to go through a bead twice, and these little beads like this one here, this ain't going through twice. But I don't need to go through them twice this time, I don't think. Now this monofilament is Doris's. It's 100 yards. This is 91.4 millimeters. This is a stiff thing. But for this project, for the videotaping, that's what I'm using. And you want to measure this out with your width of your foot. I need my measuring tape. So mine was a 5.1. So I'll take it to 6 because I have to tie on and all that. But you want to take that and fold it at least, I say 5 times. I like to have more than not to have enough. That's just who I am. So you want to fold that 5 times 6 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then you want to cut a little extra. Never know. Okay, now we're going to put that away. Now this is how you start. This is going to be like this, one in each hand. You're going to take a small bead, right on this end, and you want to tie it. Take my pliers, pull it tight. Now being that you're using this thing, you don't need a beading needle. This will pick it up real quick and it's easy to put through. And you're going to put it through the bead, then you're going to pull it until you get, try to get that knot inside the bead. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. There it go. Oh, went too far. So now I gotta get my thing. Cool. There we go. Now it's inside. Inside. So now you want to cut that piece off. Throw that away. And now, what you want to do, you got that piece, that little bead on. Now you want to do the big bead. Then you're going to do a clear bead. Now you can use any colors you want. And any size beads you want, like I said. Clear bead. Then the 6 gauge white bead. Then you're not going to use these until the end, so don't even worry about these little tiny white ones now. Then another clear bead and a big bead. Now we got those. You want to, okay, let me make sure I got this right before I tell you what to do. Can't remember if I'm supposed to go this way or the other way. It's been a while since I did this shoe. Look, now I'm going to want to go through the goddamn needle. better than that. Okay, be patient with me. Now my knot's in the way. I shouldn't have knotted so much. I'm gonna have to move this knot out of the way. Ouch. Okay, so just the way I wanted it. Yes, there we go. See? So let me do that again and show you. You want to take, now this is where the end is coming through, but you want to take your monofilament and stick it in this end and pull through. Then you want to take and put it through the big bead. Now you want to turn this over. Then you want to go small bead, oops, small bead, big bead, clear bead, 6 white bead, and clear bead. So you have 5 on a hook. I think I got this right. We're going to find out in a minute. Then you want to take it, now the stuff is coming through this end, but you want to put yours through this end. So let's go. You can just turn it, whoops, turn it over towards you and put it through the hole. Like that. Then you want to turn it and put it through this, the hole in this little one and this big one. So now, that's how that looks. So now do it again. I'm losing my beads. Once they go on the floor, they just go to bead heaven. That's the sleeper. So now we're going to do, sometimes these holes haven't been all the way to the screw. Small one, big one, clear one, white one, clear one. Here we go. Small one, big one, clear one, white one, clear one. Now, turn this around and put the monofilament through that hole. Pull, turn it around, put the monofilament through that hole, and the small one and the big one. And that's that. Now, you're going to keep doing that until you reach the length that you need for your foot. So let's continue to do that. small, large, clear, white, clear. Turn, push through, pull, turn again, whoops, turn again, push through two, the small one and the big one, and pull. Small, big, big, come on, I got the dropsies today. Big, clear, white, clear. Okay, you gotta move out my way. Turn, go through, and a white bead, big white bead, turn, go through both. Now I have to poke that hole. I didn't get it all the way through. Big white bead, clear bead, white bead, clear bead, turn, push through big bead, turn, push through small bead, and big bead. Little bead, big bead, clear bead, white bead, clear bead, turn, push through, big bead, pull through, turn, push through small bead, white bead, big bead. Alrighty, turn, small bead, big bead, clear bead, white bead, clear bead. This is as far as I'm going to go with this. I'm not going to go all the way down, or, well, then again, I did need to make another shoe. Never mind, I'm going to keep going. Just trying to shorten this video, but, hey. Small bead, big bead, clear bead, white bead, clear bead. Through the big bead, pull, small bead, big bead. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me see how many. I think I got 13, I do believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yep, 13 across for me at the bottom. So it's small bead, big bead, clear bead, white bead, clear bead, turn, pull through the big bead, pull tight, through the small bead, through the big bead, Okay, smobby. Whoops. They're so far away from me, that's why. I'm sure you think you're going. Big bead. Clear bead. White bead. Clear bead. Turn. Through. Pull. I think I didn't cut this long enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, I only got enough for 12, I think. Let's see. I cut mine too small. Hopefully y'all didn't listen to me and cut more. Clear bead. White bead. Clear bead. Through the hole. Oh, this is too small. Let's see if I can stretch it. Okay, we're just going to tie it off right here. You usually go the last small and big bead and then tie it off. But since I cut my monofilament too darn small, I'm going to have to tie it off here. I tell you, that's one. Get in there, get in there. Have to use this since it's so small. And 2, and pull it tight. Alrighty, and I can stick it. Move out the way. I'll stick it through this hole. And pull it tight. So that is in there. And cut it. So this is what your piece should look like so far. You can either leave it like this or join me for the rest. This is where we're going to use the little tiny white beads. And we're going to use this because it's hard to see for you, but I don't like using these tiny beads with that thick gauge of monofilament. I like this light one. So what I'm going to do I got 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got 13, okay. Don't trust my measurements. I always take more. But we're going to take it a little past there. This time I'm going to do it 6 times. 1, 2, 3. That's actually 4. 5, 6. I'm gonna do 7. I'm scared. I don't want to run out, and I don't want to take this loose and do it all over. So that's that. Now we're going to tie this onto here. We're going to go through the big bead and tie it on. Got runaway beads. Tie that on. Tie once. Tie again. 1, 2, 3. Tie it. Pull it tight. Now, we're going to take the other end and pull it back through the big bead. and pull that until that piece, always pull it too far, is inside. Then we're going to cut that end tail off. Now, I cannot find a needle. I don't like those long beading needles, so if you can use them, great. I can't use them. So we're going to take just the end of this. Let's move these out of the way. They're in my way. We're going with the little tiny white bead, size 12. Don't get nothing smaller, because I bought a 15 by accident. Yeah, the bigger the number, the smaller the bead. I bought a 15 by accident, and man, I was pissed. I used it because I don't like wasting my money. Being that my money's limited. But, okay. So what we're going to do, I think it's 4 beads. We're doing this part here. See this here? We're doing that part. So we're going to use